Hi everybody, on this video I am going to discuss one of the most confusing topic from the biology, that is where the evolution and the genetics is coming together, that is Hardy-Weinberg principle and equations. And you have to know, in your NEET exam there are multiple questions can be asked from this area, and these questions are also a bit confusing for every student. So I am going to solve some of that example question from this area also. So watch this video in full length to understand what is Hardy-Weinberg principle, what is the equation, and how to solve question from this thing. Let's go to the video. Before that, let's roll our title, Kashik's Conceptuals. Let's see what is Hardy-Weinberg principle first. The Hardy-Weinberg principle states that in a population, in the absence of evolutionary changes, the allelic frequency as well as the genotypic frequency will remain the same. I am telling that there are some words are very important in this Hardy-Weinberg principle. What is that important words? You can see that one word is the evolutionary mechanism. You have to understand what is an evolutionary mechanism, and the other words are that is allele frequency as well as the genotypic frequency. Allele frequency as well as the genotypic frequency. So let's discuss these words first to understand what is that thing. So just tell me that what is an allele. For example, I am going to take one gene here as a classical example. I am going to take that T gene. You know that is a tallness gene there. You know there will be two different types of T genes are there. This capital T and small t are there, and two different types of combinations are there. You know this will be combining like a capital T, and this can be combined like a capital T small t, and this can be combined like a capital T small t. So these are different kinds of combinations are there. So my question is that what will you call for this small t capital T? What will you call for this small t capital T? What will you call for this thing which I am shading now? You have to know these two things, that is known as an allele. These two things are known as an allele. So what is an allele? Allele is a variant of a gene. You have to understand allele is a gene itself, but it is a variant or different copies of a same gene, that is known as allele. And what will you call this thing, that is that combinations of this gene? What will you call this thing? That is a combinations of the gene. What will you call? You have to know this is known as a genotype. This is known as a genotype, and the details of this genotype and this allele you will be studying in the other chapter, that is principles of inheritance. You will be studying in detail in another videos there, but not I am going to describe here. So just you have to understand what is an allele, what is a gene. So let's discuss what is the allele frequency or what is the genotype frequency there. For that purpose, I want to take a population. So that is applicable for a population, that is a group of people there. For our easiness, I am taking only two persons in a population. Just think that there is a population that is consist of only two people. So what all things will be there? Just I am taking two people randomly, so that I am telling like one person is having the genotype of capital T small t, another person is having the genotype of capital T small t. So this is that thing. So just tell me that how many total alleles are there? Just tell me total alleles, total number of alleles. How many total number of alleles are there? Tell me. You can see that there will be, this is one allele, this is second allele, this is third allele, this is fourth allele, that will be equal to 4. Total number of allele is equal to 4. And if I am asking like what is the frequency, this is the question, very important. What is the frequency of small t allele? What is the frequency of small t? So you have to understand how many small t are there. Just to count it there. You can see that is only one small t there. And what is the total number? 4 there. So how will you find out that frequency of small t? That is number of small t divided by total number. So that will be giving, you have to see that will be giving like 1 by 4, that is equal to 0.25. That will be equal to 0.25, and this 0.25 is the frequency of small t. That will be the frequency of small t. I hope you are getting this thing. And this small 0.25 I can represent also as a 25%. I can represent it as 25% also, because this 0.25 and 25% will be equivocal will be there. So that is it. That is about the frequency of small t. And the same way, if I am calculating what is the frequency of capital T. So how will you calculate? I told you the number of capital T allele divided by total number. So that will become equal to, you have to know the capital T allele is 1 is here, 1 is here, 1 is here. So how much? That will be equal to 3 capital T will be there, divided by total number is 4, so that will become 0.75, or I can also equate this as 75% there. So see something here. So what is that summary, or what is the sum of these two frequencies there? Just see that thing. So the frequency of I am writing frequency of capital T plus frequency of small t. How much it will be getting? You can see that it will be 0.75 plus 0.25, that will be equal to 1. So that you have to understand this thing. This is very important thing here. You have to know frequency of a capital T plus frequency of small t equal to 1 there. So this is very important, and in general we will be applying this thing in terms of P and Q. What we will be applying this capital T, that is the dominant allele frequency, as P, and we will be applying the recessive allele frequency as Q, and we will be writing this equation in the form of, how we will be writing, P plus Q is equal to 1. We will be writing this equation in the form of P plus Q in the form of 1 here. So from this equation, this is the first and basic equation of that Hardy-Weinberg principle, that is P plus Q is equal to 1. And just I am going to do some mathematical tricks here, and you have to understand the biology is not mathematics. Mathematics is used to explain some biology there, but you have to understand the biology in the terms of biology itself, not in the terms of mathematics. That is where people will be making so many of the mistakes there. But I am telling, like, you have to understand the biology in terms of biology only, but here I am going to use a bit of mathematics there. So you got that equation, that is P plus Q is equal to 1, and what I am going to do, I am going to square both the side of this equation. So what will be getting, it will become P plus Q the whole square, that will be equal to 1 square. So what will be giving, so you know that in the expansion of the P plus Q whole square, that will be giving P square plus 2PQ plus Q square, that is equal to 1 square is equal to 1 itself. Okay, you will be getting. And if I am going to expand this thing again, you know that the P square is equal to PP plus 2PQ plus Q square is equal to QQ is equal to 1. I hope you are getting this thing. And this equation you have to understand in terms of biology itself. You have this equation, this is second equation of that Hardy-Weinberg principle, and you have to understand this equation in terms of biology itself. Very important concept that is coming here. What is this meaning of this PP? What is this meaning of this 2PQ? What is the meaning of the QQ there? You see that thing here, this PP indicates homozygous or heterozygous. This is that allele, that is a pair of alleles. You have to understand the P as an allele and PP as a pair of alleles, that is a genotype there. So you have to know this is the homozygous, this is the homozygous dominant. You have to understand this is the homozygous dominant there. Are you understanding? I hope it is clear. And so what will be this 2PQ? You see that thing, one is P, another one is Q. So what is that thing? That is heterozygous. They are heterozygous. They are heterozygous because there are different types of alleles are coming in a genotype. And what is this QQ there? You know there is only Q, so it will be homozygous itself, homozygous. Okay, homozygous itself, and this is recessive, that is homozygous recessive there. So what is the inference from this thing? You have to understand that thing. The number of homozygous dominant plus twice the number of heterozygous plus number of homozygous recessive, that will be equal to 1. That is a simple inference, and you have to understand this equation only in terms of biology, not in terms of maths there. So the problem the students will make is that the students will think in terms of maths, that is this equation which I have marked in this green, this is not maths, this is biology there. So you have to understand, I will be writing this thing once again. You have to know PP plus 2PQ plus QQ, that is equal to 1. So this is the homozygous dominant, this is the heterozygous, and this is the homozygous recessive individuals there. I hope you are getting this thing, and I know that thing you are not understanding it completely. To solve this thing, I am going to solve some example question. I will be solving 4 example question, and you have to watch it fully to understand this thing. So let's go to our example number 1 here, and how this problem will be solved here. So see this thing, this is the first example I want to solve. This is an MCQ. Okay, so that they are asking, like, this is the question, what does the P square in below mentioned in the Hardy-Weinberg equation indicate? So in the Hardy-Weinberg equation is given here, that is P plus Q the whole square, that is equal to P square plus 2PQ plus Q square, that is given there. So you have to know what is the question is that what is the P square indicate. You have to know the P square is otherwise written as P square is equal to PP. What is that thing? That you have to understand, that indicate the homozygous dominant individual. This is the homozygous dominant individual. Are you understanding this thing? So what will be the answer here? You can see that the C is the answer here, that is people, individuals that are homozygous and dominant. I hope this concept is clear there. So same way, what is this Q square indicates here? What is this Q square indicates here? That is QQ, that is the homozygous recessive there. So what is this PQ indicate here? That is the heterozygous individuals. I hope this is very clear. Okay, so let's go to that next example here. So this is a question here. So this you have to solve the using some mathematical equations. Let's see that thing. So they are telling like a gene locus. I told you this word is important, a gene. Why? Because you know that thing, a gene can have different alleles can be there. A gene can have different alleles. They are telling like two alleles. One allele is capital A, another allele is small a. And they are giving if the frequency of dominant allele capital A is 0.4. See that it is 0.4. Then the frequency of, they are asking in the question of homozygous dominant individual, heterozygous individuals and homozygous recessive individual. They are asking like that. So what will be the frequency of these individuals? Okay, so let's solve this thing in two steps are there. The first step, what is that thing? You have to know that thing, the capital A frequency is 0.4. So you know the capital A is an allele, it will be having a frequency of 0.4. So what will be the frequency of small a? You know that thing, that capital A plus small a, the frequency of capital A plus small a will be equal to 1. So if the capital A is 4, then the small a will be 1 minus 0.4, that will be 0.6. Are you understanding? That will be the frequency of A there. So this is the allelic frequency. I am telling like this is the frequency of allele frequency. This is only an allele there, and we have to define that different genotypes there. Are you understanding? So what are the genotypes possible? You have to know AA. And other one is capital A small a, other one is small a small a. These are the different genotypes. And what is the equation? What is our Hardy-Weinberg equation gives? It is gives AA plus 2AA plus AA, that will be equal to 1. Are you understanding? So this is the equation. So we can find out this A is 0.4. So the AA will become 0.4 into 0.4 plus 2AA, 2 into 0.4 into 0.6. Small a is 0.6 plus AA, that will become 0.6 into 0.6, that equal to 1. That will be the equation here. So you have to understand this frequency. This will be the frequency of what? This will be the frequency of homozygous dominant. This will be the frequency of heterozygous, and this will be the frequency of homozygous recessive there. So what will be the answer here? You have to know this 0.4 and 0.4. What is the answer? This will become 0.16. This will become 0.16, and this will become 0.4, right? And this will become 0.36. That will be the answer there. So see that thing, what is the answer? You can see that will be the AA will be 0.16 and AA will be what is that thing? Sorry, the AA will be 0.16 and small heterozygous will be 0.4, right? And recessive will be 0.36. That will be the frequency, and the answer will be option A will be there. Are you understanding how we'll be finding out that thing? So you have to apply this logic here, and I am telling again and again, don't see this thing as mathematical equation. They are homozygous dominant, heterozygous and homozygous recessive there. So let's see and go to that next question here. So this is the second last question I want to solve here, and one more question will be waiting for you. So they are asking like consider a population of sheep, okay, sheep to be in the Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium, and the allele for black wool, what is the allele for black wool? That you can see that it is a small w, has a allele frequency of 0.81. The small w is 0.81, so I am writing here w is equal to 0.81. Okay, so next one. For that the allele for the white wool, that is a capital W, that is an allele frequency of 0.19. So you have to understand, even if this point is not given in the question, you have to find out that thing, because one allele frequency is given. So the second allele frequency you can find out by 1 minus that other allele, that will be giving equal to the 0.19. So it is simple there. So capital W, that is equal to 0.19, that is 0.19. Okay, so they are asking that, what is the question they are asking? They are asking that then the percentage of heterozygous individuals, in the population. So how much percentage of the heterozygous individual will be there? That's the question there. So they are asking about to find out the number of heterozygous here. So let's find out that thing. So it's very simple then, because both of them are given. So how will you find out? I will be writing here like a capital W plus 2 capital W small w plus small w that will be equal to 1. That you already know from the Hardy-Weinberg equation. And what you have to find out? You have to find out the heterozygous. And where is the heterozygous here? The heterozygous is this one. You have to find out how much is this 2 capital W small w, you have to find out, and you will be getting this value. How will you getting this value? This capital W will be 0.19 into 0.19. Are you understanding? And plus 2 capital W small w, we don't know, we have to find out, plus 0.81 into 0.81. So how much you will be getting? So just calculate this. I have already calculated this thing. You know that thing, 0.19. 19 into 19, that is 361. So there are 2 points, that will become 0.361. And you can see that 81 into 81, that will be giving 6561. I have already calculated, and that will be 0.6561. That will be equal to 1. You know that thing. And you have to find out this thing. Okay, you have to find out this thing, 2WW. So what is the value? I will be telling like that will be 2 capital W small w, that will be equal to 1 minus 0.6561 minus 0.361. That will be giving the value of almost 0.3177. And what is the percentage? If you are considering, you have to multiply, divide into 100 there. That will be giving the answer of 31 here, 31 point something. And you can see one option is here, that is 31. That will be the answer here. So you have to be sure about this thing, how to do this thing. Okay, so you have to know what is the significance of this capital W small w and capital W small w. That is that equation here. And this thing you have to know, this is the heterozygous. That was the question they are asking. Okay, so they can ask in a different way. And let's do one of the final question we have to solve here. So they are giving that in a population. Okay, so they are giving like 25 individuals in a population is homozygous dominant. So how much persons are homozygous dominant? 25. And they are asking like then the individuals that are expected to homozygous recessive are, how much persons will be homozygous recessive? Okay, so you have to know, it's very clear. 25 individuals are homozygous dominant. So let's write down our equation first. What is the equation here? Suppose a dominant recessive, if I am taking like suppose if I am getting the capital T gene itself, capital T capital B in plus 2 capital T small t plus small t, that equal to 1. That is the equation. And what is the homozygous dominant? This is the homozygous dominant here, and they are given that is equal to 25. That is equal to 25 there. That is the data will be given there. So if it is given 25, you have to see that the capital T is equal to 25. So what will be the value of t there? You have to understand that will be equal to 5 there, because this is the t square. They are given is t square is equal to 25. So how to find out t? You have to take the root. They have to take the root, that t will be given 5 there. You have to understand. And here you have to understand that thing. They are given it is 25. So here this t you have to convert into the frequency level. So the frequency will become 0.5 there. So this is that value of that or frequency, allelic frequency of capital T. So what will be the allelic frequency of small t? You know that thing, capital T plus small t, that will be giving 1 there. So this is 0.5. So plus t, that will become 1. So that the allelic frequency of small t, that will be equal to what? That will be equal to 0.5 itself. So, and what they will be asking, what is the number of homozygous recessive individuals? What is the homozygous recessive individual in this equation? That is small t. You have to find out how much number will be small t. So you know that the equation, the value of the t is 0.5. The small t will be giving 0.5 into 0.5. That will be equal to 25. 0.25 is equal. And so the same number will be coming as the answer here. You have to know that equal answer will be that 25 will be that number of recessive individuals. So you have to understand this is a bit tricky area, and a lot of questions will be coming here. And the only take home message I want to give you is here that your Hardy-Weinberg equation is p plus q the whole square is equal to 1, and that will be expanding, that will become pp plus 2pq plus qq will be equal to 1. And what is the take home messages? This is the homozygous dominant, this is the heterozygous, and this is the homozygous recessive here. And you have to keep this thing in very much in mind, and whatever the question they are asking, just apply this thing using this logic there. And I hope this concept is clear. And if you have any queries, please feel free to comment below. And if you want any suggestions or anything, also you can comment. And don't forget to subscribe the channel and click the bell button. I'll be posting more videos for you. And till that next video, bye bye.